Walked around here and like, oh wow, what is this place?
My shoes are squeaking.
What is this place over here? How long you been eating enchiladas for?
I never ate it before.
You never had enchiladas here?
I always get the breakfast burrito.
All right, here we are. Van Buren's closed, but we're gonna, you know, we wanted to go see the B-52s, but they canceled the show tonight, and we're gonna walk around here and like, oh wow, what is this place?
My shoes are squeaking.
What is this place over here? Looks like someone else is already doing you guys can overhear, someone else is already doing a podcast here again. It's like everywhere me and Eli go, someone's doing a podcast. My buddy, he was telling me like because I'm not getting anybody on the podcast, and so he told me the reason why.
Kind of close.
You think it'll fall off? It's fine. It's just dark. It's just dark. Well, he was. I know I could pound this beer and we do it over there on that one. I'll pound this. I'm gonna pound this beer. No, anyways, my buddy was saying the reason why people aren't on my podcast. You know what he said? You want to know why he said no one's on my podcast?
Why is that?
Because he says when people hear the word podcast, it's just too much for them. Like if you just went to him like, hey man, I like what you're doing. Do you want to do like a little internet interview thing? It's free form. It's just free form talking about stuff. It's called visual ethnography. It's like an anthropological research thing. And we just talk about things.
You know what it is though?
What?
When you pitch someone something, you have to show them how it's gonna improve their stock.
Yeah.
So they're like, so how is that gonna up my ante if I go on your podcast? But we're not doing a good job of pitching it to people like, okay, after you do this podcast, you're gonna be better off than if you didn't do this podcast.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Well, you know what else? It's like I'm also afraid of like inviting women on the show because I have to admit I feel like I'm sexist on my show.
Everything comes out in timing.
But if they were on the show, I wouldn't be that sexist. I promise.
So you would, yeah.
I promise. I would never do that. I'm actually nervous around women. So I try to not. What I would try to do is appear to not be nervous, but not overcorrect to where I am acting like a tough guy. So I try to find the right way.
I hear you.
Which would just be a giant, kind of like a goofy anxiety.
Just be a gentleman.
Kind of, yeah, and kind of like, I would actually, because it's a woman, I would remember what my mom says, and I was like, I would try to listen to her. Yeah, like really try. Because like naturally, I guess I don't. Which I don't. That was she totally insulted me.
Your wife?
No, my mom. She says, you should try to listen to them, like the women people. Guess what? I got in trouble today because we're trying to find a new name for my dog. and I want to call my dog Tranny. And Alex got really upset, and she says you're going to offend a lot of the LGBT elemental P community. And I said, what are you talking about? I can call a dog whatever I want. It's if you want to interpret it as me saying tranny as transsexual.
What about for a car?
Yeah, it's a tranny. Transmission.
Yeah.
I changed out the tranny.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That dog's like a car.
But then she asked, why are you going to name it tranny? And I said, well, because it acts like a boy and a girl. Like, sometimes it wants to squat when it pees, and sometimes it lifts its leg when it pees. That's why I'm going to call it a tranny. Does that makes complete sense, doesn't it?
Yeah.
The dog can't decide how it wants to pee. Like, sometimes it squats, sometimes it lifts its leg.
But that's it's offensive to some.
To the dog?
That's why,
community
I'm not
people.
trying to knock it. I'm just saying that's my fear of it. Because every time something cool happens, it always gets eaten alive.
Eli, you ever grown a beard?
But the thing is, like,
Never? I grow neck. I grow neck really good. Is that considered a beard if you grow this part really good?
Yeah. It's called neck beard.
Dude, I was about to jump off a bridge the other day because I couldn't do it. Because everybody else is doing it and I couldn't.
Well, you know Meow Wolf.
Yeah, they have designed this place.
Yeah.
That's not.
This is a preview of what everything is going
I
to be.
didn't see any pinballs in there, did you?
Not necessarily you type like
Yeah.
age, dude. It's everyone
Oh.
does like 60, 70. That's why the laws don't change here.
Well, what this is what Meow Wolf's doing is they're putting their footprint in right now.
At the same time, as much old people that
Were you friends with like real punk rockers back in the day? You were never friends with real fucking punk
No.
rockers? I was. Real fucking punk rockers.
I was a
bro.
gamer.
You were a gamer?
Yeah.
Like what games? Like
A
Sonic,
Nintendo
right?
64 gamer.
Oh, you were
Yeah,
fucking-
Sonic.
You traveled the world fucking competitions.
I won a Blockbuster championship.
Well, I knew some punk rockers that played Contra like every fucking day back in the late '80s. I had my buddy had an older brother. He played Contra like a motherfucker. Remember Contra for Nintendo?
Yeah.
He'd play that every day and listen to like just grunge ass fucking punk rock music, dude. And he played Contra.
You remember Skate or Die?
Yeah, that game's hard.
There were punk rockers in that.
Do you remember?
there's nothing you can really do about it because
Do you remember that? You remember that game where you could be like 3 different players and you go through subways and there's a guy with overalls?
build more freeways.
And it was a fighting game. Like
Elevator Madness.
Stuck going through those construction.
no, you remember Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles
Oh, yeah.
arcade game?
Yeah.
You remember the whole platform? It's like a 3-dimensional platform. You're still moving 2-dimensionally, but it's a 3-dimensional platform.
You're talking about Double Dragon.
It was kind of like that, but it was a different game. This guy had overalls on. The one was a girl. There were some punks that threw knives.
Every city that's
Final
already
Fight.
big,
Final Fight.
still.
Final Fight, dude. That's it. You know the thing is, this video will come out brighter because I have a low screen to save batteries.
Huh.
Anyways, yeah, we went to Ziggy's pinball arcade. We thought it was my hipster sphincter tingled a little bit when I had to go through the refrigerator door. I have to admit.
Did you
I
ever
was
watch?
like, that was kind of a surprise, but actually it was completely not a surprise.
Did you ever watch? It was like Meow Wolf.
It's like the refrigerator door.
Right. That's where they got
The
that.
thing is, you know how much those refrigerator doors cost?
Because that's the investors. They're doing this.
Yeah, well, look at it. You know what here. I saw. I think the problem with the world is guys don't like girls anymore. I'm gonna be serious with you because like, dude, I'd like to like them, but dude, I feel like I'm gonna catch a case. So a case, you know, like they're gonna yell at me, make fun of me, or say, and if I go to third base or home run, I could get like a sexual assault charge on me. I get nervous every which way I go.
That's everywhere.
If I tuck my dick too far back, then I'm kind of not attractive
Thing is,
anymore.
like, just as a culture,
And they don't want anything to do with me. And then if I have it out too far, then I'm like Harvey Weinstein or something.
not the scene.
Even if I just have a little nub out.
We're the holes that might need to be plugged in. It's like yoga.
I mean, I have to take yoga classes.
We have to do a reader poll.
I have to be a vegan.
Well, there's a guy on the internet who said the wrong thing.
What do you say?
No, because respect whoever did it.
The guy you showed
yeah,
me.
dude, like whoever the business owner.
Oh,
is, like,
dude,
just doing that.
Jeff Koons.
No,
Yeah, we all want that.
Jeff Koons, the artist.
no, the
But like this actual conversation
Yeah.
with like a patron like you and me.
but so he said the wrong thing, and he's banned for life.
We don't know what he
It's
said.
like it's to have these more conversations to other people.
He's
that
banned
just
for
don't
life.
do that so knows. Like, yo, let's just try to help. Every Philly sports bar or whatever. First in line, they'll be alright. Whatever.
I tell you what, after coming here, I feel like Gracie's feels more like home. But then I feel lost if it's too at home and it's like your uncle's there
I just want to.
and your mom's still there.
So what's the right move?
Stay home, watch Netflix. Call your mom up, tell her you love her. I don't know if you did that yet.
Go back into the room.
But you know what I believe the result is of that?
I think we should do. What do you think about doing a whole show, a YouTube show? We meet random people and we beg them to call their mom, no matter what time it is. We beg them to call their mom and say, "I love you" on the phone, and we film that emotional. We capture that emotional impact.
I think it's too high concept.
Too high concept. It's like we're trying too hard. Like,
I don't know. It seems like a lot of work.
you know what I do like? You know it's a trending ass show right now.
Get a better job.
Tattoo makeovers.
That's their trait. That's their life.
People go in there with fucked up tattoos, and then the tattoo artist puts a more fucked up tattoo on.
It's like Pimp My Ride, but with tattoos.
Yeah. Pimp my hide.
Because like everything is Gilbert.
Pimp my hide. It's kind of like the same concept as pimp my ride.
It's just gonna be them, and they're inside people. I don't. That's what I believe.
The best people to hang out with
You still need
are people that know they're depressed.
You still need that different person.
And like now follow me through here. People that know they're depressed. Do you want some of this beer?
I'm good.
People that know they're depressed but dig it. They know it's a drag to put that out on somebody else. And I think you completely agree with this. The comedians, the great group of comedians you may have known throughout your life, like they're depressed, but like they know it's a drag to be depressed around other people. So they turn it into a joke.
That's how I was at work yesterday.
Really? You were depressed?
Yeah.
Or other people were?
I was.
Like the lettuce was all wilty?
No, because I only got.
Like was the lettuce wilty? That's depression.
Uh,
When you grab a thing of lettuce and you put it in a sandwich, like, no one's gonna like that lettuce.
I felt like my soul left my body.
Really?
You gotta make them take a.
And then what
You
happened?
gotta make them take a.
I got 1 hour's sleep
Oh, really? Why is that?
because they switched my schedule at work and I do mornings now. So I'm on a night schedule. Anyways,
Well, in your future, I see just so much fame. So much fame. It's like Louis C.K. fame I see for you. Without getting caught. Like, you wouldn't get in trouble for any of that shit because you're a good guy.
You know why they went after Louis C.K.?
Yeah, because he's bald. Because he's bald.
Anti-Semitism.
He's bald and Jewish. They hate those.
Yep.
Women hate the baldness. Everybody hates the Jewishness.
Yep.
Fucking assholes.
It's like that guy.
And he's fat.
It's like that guy Epstein.
Epstein wasn't fat though, was he? See, this is what I want, dude. I'm gonna start putting.
They love going after him because he's Jewish.
I'm gonna call my next.
They're like, here's a Jewish guy. Now we can stomp on him.
Yeah. I'm gonna call my next art show Epstein's abs. 15-minute abs. Epstein 15-minute abs. What do you think of that one? People will be like, what? Is this a punk rock show?
And I've known a lot of Epsteins in my life, and he ruined their name for everybody.
You tell me. Can you imagine his name was Einstein? It wouldn't fucking fly. Can you imagine?
I know at least 5 Epsteins. It's a common name.
How can they say Einstein and not Einstein? Like they do Epstein.
I don't know.
Why are they called Epstein?
Epstein? I think
It's Epstein.
it's German.
But why don't they pronounce it Epstein?
Does a credit check for you.
I think they do.
Epstein?
It goes back and forth.
Okay. I like that.
Weinstein.
I like that argument.
Weinstein.
Good ass credit.
Stein. People just say tomato.
I got some.
I mean, everything else in life, my mortgage is gonna be cheap, right? My car payment's gonna be cheap if I have great credit, right? But my apartment rate stays the same. But anybody?
How do you feel about the local comics around? Isn't everybody a joke? Like, how does someone say they're a comic? Everybody's a joke.
I can't say right now.
If you try, say
No comment.
yeah, bad credit. And they do a credit check, but they understand that what you're going through.
I think it's amazing. I was listening to this. What's his name?
Rather be like
The guy that's just on the Joe Rogan podcast. The white dude that's kind of like lighter skin hair. Famous Gaffigan.
Oh yeah.
He was just on the Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
at this rate.
He turned down my podcast to be on the Joe Rogan. I totally get it.
So like you to get
Totally get it.
Like, I mean, you can still pass the credit check and everything, but don't they say your credit's at like 590.
You know what I love? I love being stuck in time.
Like Kurt Vonnegut.
But hey, let's help you out because I understand.
What was Kurt?
You saw your paycheck stuff, how much you make. Yeah, I've approved you for it. Credit qualified.
Did Kurt Vonnegut hang out with young models, young female models?
That's still you not having that great credit. So
He was just an asshole, huh?
let's work.
He liked being in class and turning everybody off. I think because I seen his interviews.
I think it's like what you were saying. He was miserable, but he didn't want anyone to know he was miserable.
And therefore he had like jokes every once in a while, like Bukowski. He was like a Bukowski guy.
Yeah.
Because I remember him doing this writer convention, and the whole convention was to talk kids out of writing. Like, don't write novels.
Don't go into arts.
Well, he goes, if you're gonna do anything, you could write very cliche screenplays. Get good at that.
No,
you can sell those.
Do you know what he said?
What?
He says, if you want to piss off your parents, don't tell them you're gay. Say you're gonna go into the arts.
School. Yeah, dude. I wish it was that easy. I honestly wish it was that easy to tell my parents I'm gay. But I actually said, like, I'm an artist. It was worse.
Yeah, that's what he's
I
saying.
remember getting in fights with my dad and throwing paintings out of the I threw glass frames out into the out into the street in front of my house. My dad was like, he'd come to me and he would say, Eli, this is serious. He would come to me and he'd say, this isn't gonna make you money. Listen, you can do this. This is a great old man, right? He said, you can do this, but you can't do this for a living. This isn't gonna make you money. So I had like canvases, I had paintings in my room, and I took them and I threw them out on the fucking street. And I fucking threw a fit. It's kind of like being gay, you know? Like you're like, just accept me for who I am. You can't take you.
Yeah.
And I smashed these canvases. And I pansied myself, and I went back inside my parents' house.
But look at your parents' perspective.
It totally made sense.
They worked hard, and they wanted you to like live a comfort. They know the best way for you to live your life. And basically, you're thrown away by saying, "I want to be an artist."
Oh, well, guess what? Your shit's not getting trimmed, or your shit's not getting blah, blah, blah. Well, you know, I have people working on my, lawn and stuff like that.
You can grow a beard.
It's not just that.
I feel like I have to earn it.
The longer you stay in the sun. Think about white people really feel the sun.
Well, and I'll say it's like my
I hate going out in public and people
I got white friends that grew up in construction stuff.
are doing a podcast while I'm doing a fucking podcast.
More into this what I do.
And I was doing landscaping.
But what do they do? Hire Mexicans.
Should we go to Lost? Where should we do?
Man, this fucking my boy actually like works. I'm like, that's what I'm saying. Like, All these
look at the arcades.
motherfuckers around here.
I tipped that girl in there 50 cents. Does that mean I'm on good terms? She snubbed her nose when I asked for a Paps. I'm okay because I was already offended before you were.
You're all right. They're working out the kinks.
When someone asks for a Paps, and you start serving some girl and you know it's great. You know what? All these old dudes need to swap. You know, all these old guys need to take just grab these girls from these young dudes and treat them like the nice ladies that they are. You know,
Treat them like your mom.
no, treat them like like they just. At least for me, I have daughters, but all these little girls want is a little bit of mystery
I'm like, they're not helping you. Why are you agreeing?
and just a little bit of direction.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
So, but you gotta be careful. You get an Epstein case, you get a Weinstein case, you get a Jew. You know, they just hate these Jews. You know, Jews knew how to raise their daughter as well.
Well, that only happened because of.
It's just sad Hollywood made the Jews fuck these little girls. It wasn't because they're Jewish. It's because they're in Hollywood. If they weren't Jews, then they wouldn't get in trouble. Because everybody in Hollywood does all sorts of fucking shit like that. No one wants to talk about that shit. Hollywood, like Hollywood does it. That shit's legal. Whatever they did, that whole sex trafficking shit, that's illegal in Hollywood.
Right.
What do you call auditions? What do you call headshots? What is that about? What do you call auditions? Is that sex? Is that trafficking of some sort? Get the young girl. We need a young girl here. We need a young girl. You don't like this direction?
It's not even necessary.
Not really.
They're just sketches, dude. That's what I don't get. That's my new reply to anybody who tries to come at me with some fucking shit. Like, it was a sketch. It was a fucking sketch. It wasn't a masterpiece.
You're gonna get left back. You're just being angry. You got to form somewhere. What I'm trying to say is,
You want to do a Whataburger review? We should do another review.
why are like?
Where should the next review be?
I
I mean, we'll film the pinballs in there.
They're so worried. If they're not anything, why are you worried? You know, why are you scared? You know why? Because
Do you know what people liked last time on the last podcast?
What?
genetically
They liked when I was eating the pizza.
are precedent to everything.
Yeah, you know what I did too.
Multiple
Because-
multiple people separately said that.
So you got to eat pizza at every podcast.
That's what I'm saying.
We can't both be eating pizza because then no one's gonna talk.
I'm not in this pizza.
Yeah, you're gonna because they charge tax on it. I like my pizza tax free. If I have to go to Mexico to get my pizza, I'm gonna go to Mexico to get cheaper pizza.
Or AZ Authentic.
Like if I need to get a root canal, I'm going to Mexico and then I'm gonna get my pizza too.
Why people complain like, why is America so about guns? I'm like, well, we kind of won our country through having guns.
Instead of bow and arrows, you know, they're just up here.
I would love to comment on like just film that one and then take it home, and then we comment on top of that one. Soundbite it.
Let's do it.
Do you ever sometimes go in public and be like, oh
Think about this.
shit, do I sound like that?
This is something I'm just.
I probably do.
saying, all right?
You don't.
I never
You
heard
don't.
from nobody. Just
And
kinda
I'd be damned if someone says I do, because I'll flip it.
I barely talk in public.
You're famous, dude.
I usually keep my mouth shut.
I do like the smells around here. It reminds me of Subway sandwich. Smell it, doesn't it? Remind me.
There's a few.
It smells like pizza.
Do you remember Fazoli's?
What I'm saying is this.
Yeah. Dude, I used to eat there all the time.
It was fast.
Believe it or not,
It was
when I,
fast Italian food.
Our society.
yeah. Dude, believe it or not, okay. I'm sure when you were 20, you had a lot of entrepreneurial ideas, right? None? So mine was to create a coffee shop, zine publishing, like a print shop.
Oh yeah.
You could publish zines and drink coffee, and then we'd have a whole stand. It'd be like a graffiti bench. Like everybody could publish their nonsense poems, and then put them on this rack.
Didn't they do that?
Did they?
That's called Conspired.
Conspire did that?
Yeah.
But I would totally make it obvious, like this is what it's for. Conspire had a bunch of other junk in there, like vegan donuts.
You'd streamline the concept.
Yeah.
I've never seen the coffee.
Vegan donuts. Is this thing even going over to me?
This is
Middle Eastern, like
500.
Vegan donuts.
so it's, and I agree with you. Like, it's disgusting.
Is it moving?
It will.
What it is?
What should be our next food dude and call tonight?
But that's going to be with any
Come on.
societal thing. Like in Egypt, in Africa, they do the exact opposite. But they're more true to their culture. They know, like, we ain't dumb. We ain't like the people that never left.
What's
or
open now?
that never got became slaves or nothing like that. You know what this fuck's about?
Crescent Ballroom, get nauseous.
Grown roots of it. But over here,
See if that asshole's there, that
they look at it
bouncer,
like
that
violent,
fucking
fucking
motherfucker.
machete people.
He always wants to fight me when I go in there.
It's like so scary.
It's like, dude, do you understand there's weapons? I'll fucking end you. I don't need no kung fu. Kung fu. You know what downtown Phoenix needs?
A Panda Express.
A dirty ass Chinese, 24-hour dirty ass Chinese joint. But Panda Express will be the gateway.
Is that open right now?
Panda Express?
No, it can't be.
No, it's like 11, dude.
It
doubt
doesn't
it.
make sense that a Jewish person, like Jerusalem, is right there in like in the Middle East, dude.
How long you been eating enchiladas for?
I never ate it before.
You never had enchiladas here?
I always get the breakfast burrito.
Well, I'm sure the enchiladas are probably nuts.
It's about the same price.
Pretty much enchiladas are just soggy tortillas with sauce on top. Enchilada style. The only thing really go wrong here is getting tamales. Tamales have a shelf life that's very short, especially if it's sitting. So you can get a real bad tamale if you're not paying attention. Also, some of the meat could be sitting there forever.
I get the Chileriano burrito sometimes.
Oh yeah? Chilianos are another one that's you gotta be careful.
Really?
Because they bread it, right?
Does your
And they
wife
can be-
make that?
No, she doesn't really make it that much. She makes everything else Mexican, but Chilianos are kind of different because you gotta you bread it, and then I think you should fry it. I would like to figure it out. It's easy thing. It seems like easy ingredients: cheese, a chili, and then bread around it.
Oh, you know, it'd be good.
What?
But I was filming there once, and they said I couldn't film there.
Who was that?
Ranch Market, the restaurant in there.
Dude, that place went so downhill.
Really?
Do you remember Ranch Market 6 years ago?
I didn't really go.
You used to
I
be
went
able to
like
get-
once or twice.
You used to be able to get a $2 breakfast burrito there. $2 breakfast burrito.
Oh, I should go back there.
Wow. I don't know. You got chili?
Oh, no, that was
I
good.
think. Dude, that sounds good. You should have got that.
That's what I usually get.
You fucked up. Yeah, Pinbar was like, I'm probably not gonna go there
Yeah.
ever again. And
I don't like the new pinballs. I just like the ones from the 90s.
so if I had to choose sides, well, actually, we did go up Grand Avenue.
What about that girl with the huge boobs?
She deserved better.
She don't want to talk to us.
I was distracted.
And there's a girl who walked in later. She's with a younger guy. She was sort of hot. She's pretty.
Oh, the
girl.
little skinny one? Like Latina looking skinny, maybe white Latina, but she was Mexican, dude.
Did you see that girl?
Yeah, she had the grandma jeans on. It's like all the dudes have beards.
Her boyfriend, his hair was like shaved like that.
Like a bowl cut, like Dumb and Dumber.
I guess that's what they like now. That's how you hook them in.
If they don't know any better, they'll take anything.
How do you get a job like that?
With what? With a haircut like that?
Yeah, who to hire?
Telemarketing. Wells Fargo.
So that guy who's the comic, anyway, you sit in front of us.
He didn't say one thing funny. They were talking a bunch of stupid shit the whole time.
And I was doing stuff, right, for Phoenix for 10 years.
Yeah.
And then I just wanted to do a stupid open mic, and he was jerking my chain around for. I'm like, fuck.
You have more seniority over him, right?
Exactly.
Joke.
So I got angry.
So how do you want to throw that guy out? What do you want to do to him? How do you want to get everybody to cancel him?
I think he paid his dues enough where he's a official Phoenix person now.
Now he's just a mediocre comic, pretending to go to LA and doing shows.
Yeah, but back then he hadn't paid his dues. His Phoenix dues.
Damn, man, that one looked good right there. You got a burrito enchilada style?
No.
I can do enchilada style. You know how I do enchilada style here without getting the extra fee? I just dump a bunch of salsa on top of the burrito. On top of it. I just coat it all up on top.
That's a good idea.
We call it enchilada style.
Animal style.
You know who's the best? You know what's the best Mexican food? Del Taco. No, El Norteño, bro. Everybody knows that.
I used to go there a lot when I lived there.
I forgot to put that place on the stickers. I'm gonna have to remember that.
I've been there in a while though.
Yeah, you gotta be careful. They put a lot of salt in all their shit.
I go there a lot.
Caesars?
Yep.
Dude, you should just go to that Pizza Hut down there on Thomas, dude. Just drive all the way up there, dude. That Pizza Hut on Thomas is the bomb.
Z Pizza?
No, Pizza Hut. Thomas and 16th Street. It's right there in that little shopping center by the Burger King.
Oh, I just take that for granted.
Dude, you can get a $7 pizza right now.
It's too far for me.
Cause you got a bike. Dude, if you really want that Pizza Hut bad enough, do
I
you
have to
ride
carry
all
the
the way down
pizza
there?
on my hand.
You know what other spots is super?
I used to do that with Papa John's.
You balance it like this, like a waiter.
No, I didn't have a car, but I drive far to just eat one of those every week in Tempe. I guess the viewers, we got the feedback from the last episode, and they like when I was eating the pizza the most. So we're going to be having that more in the future episodes.
Bowl of cereal is a winner. You eat a bowl of cereal while you're doing a podcast? People love people eating a bowl of cereal.
That's not bad.
Like it is like whatever your favorite cereal is. Plus it's cheap.
We talked about this before, but
The cereal eating?
no, when Andy Warhol ate the Burger King,
Yeah.
maybe something similar to that.
You know what my favorite candy is?
Maybe he was onto something.
He was. It's showing a sign of business, and like I don't really need your attention, but you're still watching.
Well, is it like unwrapping videos where people just get the joy of eating without having to eat? Where they can watch someone eat and they get some kind of joy out of that,
Yeah.
and they don't have to pay for the meal. And
Something like that.
it's like if you get a,
I mean, that's what you watch cooking shows for.
it's like people like watching people unbox an iPhone because it's like they get to experience unboxing an iPhone without having to pay for it. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, but you still gotta get apps for it. If you don't get apps for your phone, it doesn't matter.
But yeah. What about the Abe Zuka podcast app?
How's that work?
I don't know. I just thought of it right now.
I'm thinking about making an app that links people to my app. I'm gonna make an app that gets links to an app, but then it backfeeds on the first app.
What
The
about,
app has nothing to do with it. It just keeps showing my YouTube channel.
what about an app where you can click on the business and you can see if it has Abe Zuka art inside?
Yeah, totally. An app that an app that shows exactly how much racism Abe Zucker really has hidden inside him,
Yeah.
and anti-Semitism.
Oh.
Hey dude, this was $7.
Yeah. Is more of an investment.
You see it? Alright. This was the enchilada. You got two because Eli wanted to make sure that we each had the same amount. Is this cheese enchilada?
Yeah.
Okay, that number one, the sauce did not enter into the tortilla. This reminds me of when this meal right here reminds me of Hawaii.
I'm liking it.
That's good. You were always the positive. You were always the positive child.
It's good with the sauce.
Mom always thought you were nicer. I'm really enjoying this iceberg. The cheese isn't melted. Damn, Eli, you scarfed that down, dude. You ate that $3 like it wasn't $3. It's $3.50, whatever you want to call it.
Okay, I'm gonna have to. It's a high. I'm gonna give it a high rating.
Really?
I'm gonna give it an 8.
Dude, I give this shit like a 1.
But if you don't have any money, I don't know. I have to knock a few points off for the price.
Dude, this is pretty much a microwaved tortilla when the cheese wasn't melted.
It was $7.
$7.50.
I don't know. That's like welcome diner prices. I don't know who's paying that for enchiladas. It should have been for $5. Five's high.
I don't know. Maybe they could have put rice and beans on the side for $7.
The burrito's about that too. But I'm gonna knock off a few points for the price, so I'm giving it a 6. If it was a more reasonable price, I'd give it a 8.
Yeah, I can't say I hated it. But I don't eat at salsitas anymore because they got restaurant prices. If you guys want to go to a good Mexican food place, it's called El Norteño. It's over on 7th Avenue and Roosevelt. They're doing so good that they close on Sundays.
I used to eat there. I haven't ate there for probably 5 or 6 years. They had like a meat burrito.
But Eli, no disrespect, dude. Thank you for purchasing this enchilada. I hope I didn't insult you by doing this review.
I'm trying to beat stereotypes.
That's good. There's this great writer that's in New Times. What's his name?
Benjamin Leatherman.
No, the other guy. That guy, the guy that trying to get shot down. Oh no, he's a Java magazine writer.
Don't know him.
He was the guy who was trying to get all beat up by the yoga chick on the internet.
Oh yeah.
He's a good guy.
I've had a few interactions with him. I never had problems with him. But
Who did all these whack portraits on here?
Jeff Moses.
Really?
Oh, Serene Dominic.
No, that's who wrote the article. We got no.
Do you know him?
No, who
I
is
know
that?
him.
You know a lot more people.
He covered one of my songs.
Really? So when
Everyone's looking at your phone.
Oh, that your song? Everybody's looking at
He
your phone.
covered it.
And was it an acoustic version?
It was like an Elvis Costello version.
How many songs have you done?
10.
10 total?
About that.
Which was that one of the ones that were more well received?
Yeah. Probably the most or I had a Bill Murray one that was pretty good.
You know, you got that shirt out of me. I bought that shirt. Yeah, I bought it first. You bought it out. You see, the thing is, all my Facebook's on house photos. The last like last outfit I was in. What made you want that?
I remember I used to hang out with friends before. We were just some kids just trying to find something to do late at night.
Yeah.
We never did. All we did was talk trash on the opposite sex.
You're just trying to look for a...
Try to score drugs wherever we could. Whatever movie was coming out. But we were very underproductive members of society.
That's like us now.
You think so? Dude, if I get some money, I swear to God, I'm gonna give that homeless guy finally some money out in front of him.
I never feel enough. I never feel like it's enough.
Do you think that could be a painting?
It looks, yeah. That's poetry.
In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit.
That's it.
Yeah, I guess so.